And all right, we are live. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another East Coast edition of Retro Reload. It is Thursday night, and that means the East Coast crew from RR will be getting together and talking about some fun video game related topics. As you all know, I am Cashel, and I have my pretty 3DS right here. It's red, just like my shirt, and just like my Valentine's Day card. So I'm all matching today.
Aww.
Yeah. And with me this evening, we have Mr. Nikon, who I was just about to comment on how big his hair is getting, but he covered it up with his hood. There it is. He's here. Welcome,
There it
welcome.
is. Yep.
Uh-oh, now he's turned to freeze frame. Okay, you're back to normal. Wow, that is some big old hair. I love it. And also with us this evening, we have Red Blaze 57, who isn't wearing any red, it looks like. It looks like I'm the one wearing red today. Oh, there's a little bit on your gun. On your red. I love that shirt. That's great. I didn't realize it's... That's awesome. And last but not least, we have Turf, and I'm so excited because, once again, we can see him, we can hear him, we can't smell him
You can
yet,
almost
but
taste it.
yeah, but technology is getting there, so someday, America, someday. So,
Which, from
welcome.
the pre-show, you do not want to smell it.
Yeah. Well, welcome everyone. We have a couple things to talk about, but before we do, Mr. Nikon, you have something that's you have somewhat, I'm sorry, of an announcement to make. You recently made a purchase. You want to tell us about it?
I joined the current generation of games.
Hey, what'd you
Got
get?
a PlayStation 4.
All right. About damn time.
So yeah, I got more
Yeah,
here to
yeah.
show off later. So
I got something clappy from the Black Ops.
I got the Call of Duty bundle. They didn't have the Star Wars bundle, but I bought this by itself. So
Okay.
I would play more Call of Duty than anything right now. But
Are you a Call of Duty fan? I didn't think you were.
first time actually playing it.
Oh, really?
So
Huh.
I don't know. I'm getting into it. So.
Well, how does it feel to have a PS4? Are you enjoying all like its features besides like the games? But
I don't like how it plays DVDs back.
I haven't tried a DVD on it yet, so I'm not sure.
It
Like,
just pretty much puts the video in the center of the screen, a big black like rectangle around it. Doesn't do full screen for DVDs for some reason.
Yeah, well,
I haven't figured that out.
press the square button.
Push the square button.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then you should be able to find the options for it.
Okay.
Just
Cool.
mash buttons till you get it how you want it. Be a man.
mash buttons and wiggle the joystick. That's all you gotta do.
Like I was
No.
pushing.
That's all it takes.
I was pushing this button, it wasn't working, so I tried this one. It didn't do anything at all. Actually, this controller sucks on the PlayStation 4. I can't control anything.
Oh man. So you're on the PS4 now, and I think
Yes.
we're all friends on the PSN network, so that's great. I'm really excited that you got one, and yeah, you should tell us. You can tell us more about it a little bit later if you'd like.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, our main topic this evening is one I kind of just threw out there at random, and I guess we decided to run with it.
Yeah, we
I'm
throw
sure
stuff
all
at
of
the wall,
us have
see if it
experienced.
sticks.
What was that?
We throw stuff at the wall, see if it sticks.
Yeah, like wet paper towels. So we've all played. We're all gamers, and I'm sure we've all played our fair share of games that we thought to ourselves, you know what, this game has a lot of potential, or there's a lot of possibilities with this game. And if you could if you could, I want you to think of a game or two that could just use a good, nice, fresh coat of paint. Basically, this evening, we're going to talk about remakes, or rather, games we would like to see remade for a current system, or something along those lines, and tell us about why the original wasn't so great, what was missing from it, and how a remade version of it could make it a classic, make it one that you keep on going back to. So that is what's in store for tonight. And Turf, I like how you always like to go first, so I'm going to let you go first this time. Do you have a game that could just use that nice, a little bit of buff and polish? Anything? Is he frozen?
Uh-oh.
Wow. Turf is frozen and Mr. Nikon is frozen. Well,
Oh,
while
boy.
they get their while they get their lives back to Christ, Red Blaze, you're up.
Um, I mean, I thought that this topic was going to be slightly different, where we just talk about games that we would like a new fresh coat of paint for.
That work. I mean, that works too. Basically, like if there's a game that you enjoy,
What games
but
we'd like to see remastered?
yeah, remastered, revisited, remade, remixed, anything.
Yeah, I mean, I know you and me are both very excited for Valkyria Chronicles being remastered now.
Yeah, I cannot wait. And in fact, fun announcement. I'm not sure if you've seen this or not, but I recently finished Valkyria Chronicles 3 on the PSP, and I loved it. It reinvigorated my love for the series, so I'm super excited to get back into it.
But
So
yeah, I mean, I guess a game that I'd like to see fresh coat, just pretty much fresh coat of paint. It's got really tight controls already. F-Zero X.
for the 64, okay.
Yeah. I mean, personally, this is my favorite F-Zero game. So that's that's one of my big picks for that.
So there's nothing wrong with it per se. It's just that something you would like to see on a current gen.
Current gen made and just kind of streamlined.
Okay, cool. Well, that works. I mean, really anything is kind of
Yeah,
fair game for this topic.
F-Zero X HD, that's what I want.
Hear that, Nintendo? See, he already got the title for you and everything. So, very good. I guess I will do one now. I don't know if anyone else played this. Red Blaze, you may have played this, but the PlayStation was known for having some really good RPGs, as I make people aware of, and one that I really enjoyed was this Legend of Dragoon, PS1 game, and
That's downstairs.
so you played it then.
I've only played about 5 minutes of it.
Okay, well, it's a little messy. I mean, first off, the font used for like dialogues and for the menu, it looks really, I don't know, antiquated, kind of childish almost. The translation's a little shoddy. The graphics, they're nice, but the character models are more blocky than they were in FF7, so you can tell they kind of look a bit skewed.
Yeah,
That all said, it's a really fun. What was that?
That's why it looked better than FF7.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it came out after FF7, so I think by then they figured. I think they started making it a little after FF7 though, but that's neither here nor there. My point is, like, it's a pretty fun game. The battle system is great. You got to time your actions right. It's kind of cheesy with the story, but the characters that make up the story are really fun, and they're color coded like the Power Rangers. Sometimes I call it the Power Rangers RPG. So that's fun. I definitely think that Legend of Dragoon could use not only some more care, but if it were released on a current system, it would definitely it would be the game that they intended it to be back in, what year was that? I think it was 2000. Yeah, back in 2000. There's just so much potential there. And whenever someone mentions a game you would like to see revisited or remade, my thought immediately goes to Legend of Dragoon, just because there's just so much there that they could have done with it. And while this is fun, don't get me wrong, I just know it could be more fun on a future system. So that's one of my picks for now.
You know what? I just thought of another thing.
Oh, go ahead.
Parasite Eve.
Both of them?
Yeah. And what's this one? I know that it's got more Resident Evil style controls, so
Yeah, I know.
so yeah, give it the treatment that the Resident Evil or Zero and HD got.
Hold the first. You have the first one there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one I was able to play that, maybe like four or 5 years ago. I didn't have any issues with it. But the second game, God, those controls. Oh, it ruined the experience for me, which is a shame because it looked a lot nicer than the first one. So that would be those are good. Those are really good choices. I like those.
Yeah,
Good ideas.
up the textures and stuff, and it should be pretty good.
Yeah. Turf, are you back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I don't know what
Couldn't
happened.
tell if he froze again.
Yeah. 'Cause yeah.
And I had to
So
run
how
out.
about you? Do you have
All
a
right.
game for this topic?
Whenever I first, when we first started talking about this, I got to kind of brainstorming, kind of thinking about things that I might like to see. And the first game that came to my mind was Metal Storm for the NES. It was, it's a very underrated game in my opinion. It's good platforming.
Very
It's got a
expensive
cool little
game.
gimmick where you switch gravity. You go to the ceiling and then you're jumping
Oh,
and then you
yeah,
go
yeah.
back to the floor and you're a big robot and you're shooting and whatnot. And I think the if you did it like a 2D style, maybe even like an Xbox or a PlayStation 4 downloadable game or a Steam game, a smaller studio could take that and do something really neat with it. Just update the graphics, update the gameplay, just more of it. And I'm not saying that it really could be improved. I would just like to see more of it. It's that much fun. It's just not. There wasn't enough, and it was underappreciated. Even though it was on the cover of Nintendo Power,
Mhm.
nobody cared. It went under the radar, but it's man, it's a fantastic game, and I'd love to see some more of it. And I think there's a lot of potential there to make a good 2D action platformer out of it.
Metal Storm, you said?
It's called Metal Storm.
Metal Storm. Okay, I feel like I played that. You're in a space suit. You go up and down on the ceiling and the floor and.
Yep,
Okay,
that's the one.
I think I played that. Has like really techno-looking graphics and music, kind of like space agey. And
Yes,
okay,
it's got
I
a
think I know what
very
you're
cool explosion too, especially for the NES.
Gotta love those. Very nice. Good pick. How about you, Mr. Nikon?
I was thinking, just thinking about maybe Blue Stinger.
For the
But I find
Dreamcast.
yeah, I find that kind of dreamy. They get that, remastered, updated, graphic and all that stuff. That'd be pretty cool. They have all
Definitely.
those big cinematics in there.
Definitely fix the camera in that game because that's what the worst part was.
Yeah.
Well, for those who may not know about it, because it's the Dreamcast, a lot of Dreamcast titles are pretty obscure. You want to tell us a little bit more about the premise of Blue Stinger?
It's God, I'm trying to remember. I haven't played it in a while, but
Oh.
it's one of those survival horror games.
Okay.
Yeah, it was actually Activision's take on a survival horror.
Yeah. Yeah, Activision was it, and they did a lot of interesting camera angles for certain things. So, and there's this, it takes place during Christmas and all that in Japan, or close to Japan.
And of course, keep the original voice acting because that is hilarious.
Yeah.
Why is it hilarious? Because it's like so bad it's good, like it's campy, like what's the deal?
Yeah.
Okay. Lost turf again.
One thing is.
No, you didn't.
What the heck?
I'm
What
still
the hell?
here. I was
What
just
are you
going to
doing?
tell you
Oh!
about Metal Storm.
Yeah, okay, I have played that game. Gotcha. How'd you? Wow, you can do that. Technology.
I didn't either.
One of
There's my piece again.
the voice, the voice acting line is like, oh god, what's some of the lines in there? I gotta replay it and remember all this stuff. We could do a Dreamcast episode and go more
Yeah.
in depth about all this stuff.
Okay, cool. But Blue Stinger is one of your top picks for
Or getting remastered and all that.
getting the much needed love that it deserves. Cool. All right.
Yeah.
I like the idea of some Dreamcast games getting that treatment. I think there's a lot of games on the Dreamcast that could have flourished, and big library of games that developers can choose from to
Yeah.
go with for the new consoles.
I think there's a lot of Dreamcast games they're like that arcade style game. Man, slap a fresh coat of paint on those. Give us some online co-op, and there's
And
some
couch co-op.
gems.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, it's hard for me to do couch co-op because I'm a I work all the time, and when I get home at night, I get an hour or two to play. I don't have a night to dedicate to somebody coming over and like, hey, buddy, sit on the couch, let's play some games. It's amazing when I do get that opportunity, but I don't very often. It's a lot easier for me to hop on with, a buddy or something for, 30 minutes or an hour at night to do online co-op. So give me some of these older games with the online co-op. Like I was talking about last week with the X-Men arcade game. They did that. They gave it online co-op, and it was perfect. That's I'd like to see some more stuff like that.
Okay, yeah, that's good. There's this Dreamcast game that kind of plays in the same style that you were talking about, and for the life of me, I cannot remember it. But on the cover of it, there's a guy who looks like Guile from Street Fighter. Does anyone know what game I'm talking about? He's wearing glasses. It's really, really, really expensive.
You just described half the Dreamcast games there.
It's a single disc. Does that help narrow it down? Oh, it's like not Gun Valkyrie, but like Gun something. Shoot, this is gonna bother me. Well, when I think of it, I will look it up. But yeah, that's like the type of game that Turf was talking about. Those would be perfect to have a little bit of remade treatment put on them. So yeah, good choice. Good choice. Well, let's see. Red Blaze. Whoa, I hear a lot of background noise right now. Okay, he's good now. So Red Blaze did the two Parasite Eves, and he started with F-Zero. Let's see. I guess I can do another one real quick that I would like to see get some love. Of course, it's another PlayStation 1 RPG. This is called Eternal Eyes, and at a glance, Eternal Eyes kind of looks like it'd be just like Final Fantasy Tactics, which is one of my favorite games of all time. Now, when you get down and play it, it is just really, really, really dry. It's so slow going, and it has this monster catching mechanic that is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of silly. That said, there's just so much they could have done with it. I mean, they could have developed the characters more, the story more, the battles could have been smoother, and I mean, when you first pop it in, there's a great opening animated sequence, and there's some cool story stuff. I mean, hey, this could be a great game. They could have definitely done more with this. So, it doesn't necessarily have to be remade, like completely remade from the ground up on the PS4, but it could definitely benefit from like a Steam release or some download only type of game, because there's a lot they could have done with this game. So that's not one of my picks, and I don't know. I just wish I just was really wishing for more. I mean, yeah, I was spoiled by Final Fantasy Tactics, but still, that's another one of my choices. So who wants to go next? Another one.
It wasn't Gunbird that you're talking about, was it?
Come again?
There's a game called Gunbird? That wouldn't have been the one you were talking about? That's a shooter though.
Let me see.
That one's a shooter, and it's got a girl in the cover.
They just said gun something, so I was
maybe Psychic
playing
Force
around with
Control?
the Google machine.
You're on the right track. I don't think it's. Was that even released in America? I don't think it was.
Man, I don't know. I know next to nothing about the Dreamcast other than
Cannon Spike. That's what it was called. Cannon Spike.
That game.
Yeah, or was it? Yep, that's the one. Does he look like Guile? Yep, it was Cannon Spike.
Okay.
What kind of name is that? Oh yeah, because Cammy's in it from Street Fighter. That's right. Here, I'm gonna post a link to.
Does that one have what? Yeah, it's got Cammy from Street Fighter.
Yeah, Cammy, and I think that's all I recognize. But yeah, Cannon Spike was what it was called. I knew it had something with a gun, something gun related in it. I would love to see that game remade. It's so expensive now. I would love to have it affordable and worth the price. So, but anyways, thanks for helping me out with that.
It was bothering me. We had to figure it out.
Yeah,
and I've got a wish list of games that, I mean, I just popped off the top of my head like 10.
Yeah.
That the other day whenever I was thinking about this, another like big set, or I guess 3 or 4 games I'd like to see are the Disney Capcom games for NES.
Yeah,
They did. DuckTales
DuckTales.
remastered, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, I was gonna say you
Give us
get
Chip
way
and Dale.
more.
Yeah, get Way Forward to do it. Give us some Chip and Dale. Give us some Darkwing Duck. Those were fun games that I think could benefit from the same type of treatment. And of course that hit me right in the wheelhouse, when they did DuckTales, because that's the game that I wanted.
Yeah.
I like the remake better than I do the original, but that's
Wow.
that's might be heresy. I really enjoyed it, and I'd love to see some more stuff like that.
Isn't the original like crazy expensive too? So
No,
this
not
one,
the first DuckTales. It's like $15.
DuckTales
Okay.
2 is expensive.
That's
DuckTales 2 is
2.
about $175, I think.
wow.
Something expensive.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of money for that.
But-
Okay.
Hey, the first one's better. Just
And
play
the
the
first
first
one's better.
one.
So.
It's kind
I
of
guess
the same
some-
way with Chip and Dale. Chip and Dale, the first one's better in my opinion, but the second one's crazy expensive.
Was there a Tailspin game for the Nintendo?
Yes.
How was that?
It's okay.
I'd say it's better than average.
Yeah.
It wasn't near to the level like DuckTales or Darkwing Duck or Chip and Dale, but it was. It was okay, especially for an NES game. It's in the top half.
Yeah.
Sure. Interesting.
Talking about NES game, I got some games that should just get remade because, any game that LJN made, just remake it so it works and plays good,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
remake
I would-
the game
I
so it
would
looks like
love
the
to
cover.
see a new Karate Kid. Give
There was a
me,
Karate
give
Kid
me a
game?
new Karate Kid game with
Yeah.
Ralph Macchio doing voice acting.
Is he still around doing acting stuff?
No, he doesn't have to. He does some stuff. He doesn't really do major stuff anymore, but well, he's still, but
I think
Okay.
he's like he shows up and stuff every now and then.
yeah, I don't think it's like as big as a part as in the Karate Kid.
Can always
This is
have
that Artie Lang movie.
Will Smith do it.
No.
There's got to be like a Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure game.
Was there? I thought there was one.
One
There
that
wasn't.
works.
It's awful.
Oh, one that wasn't
One,
right. Okay.
one that works and it's not made by LJN.
Well, while we're on that, then yeah, that X-Men game. If you can make it look like how it's, I don't know, make it look like an actual game and not. I'm not even sure what the hell those were. We're in business. So, good idea, Mr. Nikon. I like this.
LJN did a Jaws game that was horrible.
Jaws is not that bad, man.
Was it the one
I
where
was
you
gonna
could
say I
pick
heard
up
that
crab?
Jaws wasn't one of the worst ones.
Well, for it's a
It's
good
definitely
game
not
for them.
Which Jaws?
I
Was
kind
there
of
only
like
one?
Jaws.
Wait a minute. Jaws. LGN. Now I'm
There's
curious.
only one NES game. There was a
Yeah, I played that. That wasn't that
Xbox
bad. I
game,
mean,
maybe?
it wasn't good. It was pretty. It wasn't bad. Remember, you had to go to the bottom of the ocean and pick up orange crabs. I was like, okay, this
if
is
I had a nickel.
yeah.
They also did a Back to the Future game. That
Oh,
was
you had the
That
recent
was
one,
bad.
Telltale ones. So
Jaws. Oh man, I like how Jaws was the size of your character. About, you know.
like, oh, he's not that scary.
Yeah, I mean, he's just a little bit bigger. He drank more milk than me. So. Good choice, Mr. Nikon. I like that idea.
Another game. I think for NES, like maybe Star Voyager.
Star Voyager. Was
mean-
now was this LJN again or?
No, it's Acclaim did that one.
Wow, I see. I never heard of that game.
It's not horrible,
You've
but
seen it before.
Have I?
It's pretty common.
yeah, it's not one of the greatest games, but
But
it's just tough.
so it's kind of like Broken Tough, like Battletoads, or
Not really. It's not really broken. It's just not one of the easiest games to play.
sure. Okay, I get you. I can deal with that.
That's the one where you have to read the manual to know what's going on in the game.
Yeah, this is back when games came with manuals. By the way, those were the good old days.
Yeah, Switch.
Wait,
I
back
got.
up. Star Voyager's not what I was thinking of something else. Star Voyager's bad.
Yeah.
It's a bad game. That's the one where you have to use the radar.
Radar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of. And you got to warp to those places.
Yeah, it's no. Let's just not make that one again. Just forget it. Let that one be lost to the annals of time. I was thinking of Star Command. I think that's what it's called.
Okay. What else
Yeah.
have you remade?
Well,
Alright.
Red Blaze, do you want to throw one out?
Yeah, I got a few I can throw out.
Surely. Let's hear some.
First off, the Legacy Kane series. I'd like to see
Yes.
that
All kinds of yes.
get an HD remake and have some of the puzzles a little bit more streamlined, because a couple of them are pretty hard to figure out.
Yeah. Unless you go to a guide, that's no fun.
Another one, you got the sequel coming out pretty soon, so like see Near re-released, because this is actually a pretty fun game.
Yeah, and I heard the music was really good too.
Oh yeah.
Now, what's wrong with this? What's wrong with this Nier? I mean, it's for the PS3, so it should be pretty,
Yeah, it gets a little choppy at times, but still fun to play.
Cool.
Another one, this is just one that I'd like to see get remade, I guess. Just maybe tighten the controls a bit. Gungrave.
Oh, I played that a long time ago.
Yeah,
Good one.
it's a fun game. It's by the creator of Trigun. So, of course, it's got a special place for me.
Oh, yeah, Trigon's good. Good
Whereas
choice.
these, just for more people to play them, honestly. Alice Madness Returns and Shadow of the Dam.
I didn't play either of those two games, but I always see them like in the bargain bins at like GameStop or a used mom and pop store. So, are they good?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I mean,
definitely.
they're worth. I'm sure
I've
they're
been
worth the money.
actively looking for a copy of Alice the Madness Returns, and I can't find one for a decent price. It's starting to go back up.
Really? Jeez, what is with this
mean,
industry?
It's just when something goes out of print, people get it on their mind that they want it. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a must-have, I think, personally.
Just saw something else that'd be cool to be remastered.
What's that?
The Shinobi series.
Oh yeah, I love Shinobi. Good choice.
now you want,
Adventure
so you want it
Shinobi.
remastered or done like Ninja Gaiden, like they make a completely new game?
Didn't they do that on the PS2?
They have a PS2 Shinobi, and its sequel is Nightshade. I wouldn't say it's like Ninja Gaiden. It's okay, maybe it is. It's a 3D action game. Ninja Gaiden's a lot more polished and shiny, but I like Shinobi and Nightshade a lot more for what it's worth. So they're a lot harder than Ninja Gaiden 2. And I do not say that lightly because Ninja Gaiden is difficult. But Mr. Nikon, did you mean like a nice new 2D look,
Yeah.
or is that what you meant?
There's actually
Like
one on the
what they-
3DS.
Kind of like what they did of DuckTales.
Okay. Good choice.
Well, we're just bad retro gamers, aren't we? We just want retro games with shiny paint jobs.
Yeah.
I think that's what we all
Yeah.
want.
They kind of did that with, as Red Blaze mentioned, on the 3DS. I think it's just called Shinobi. Yeah, just called Shinobi. And I didn't like it very much. The ones on like the Genesis and the Nintendo are a lot more fun. Or wait, it wasn't on Nintendo. But either way, yeah, the older one's a lot more fun than that one.
Saying Shinobi's on Nintendo.
I know.
How dare you?
I was thinking
Take
Ninja
your gaming-
Gaiden, all
It was
this
a
ninja
Tengen
stuff.
game. It was on Nintendo.
Was it on Nintendo at all?
I don't think it
Yeah, it
Shinobi
was a
was.
Tengen game.
It was what?
It was a Tengen game. It was one of those the
Oh,
black
yeah.
cartridges like RRP Baseball.
Was it? I don't remember that.
Yeah, they also did Fantasy Zone on Nintendo, didn't they?
Oh yeah, anything that was
Yeah.
the Sega and Atari stuff, or I guess the Atari games were the Tengen games for the black cartridges.
Why,
Yeah.
Bobby Black. Interesting. I did not know that.
I forgot about that one.
Well, Mr. Nikon, if you have a 3DS, you could sort of play that Shinobi game. I mean, like I said, I didn't think it was very good. So
It's
Your
alright.
mileage may vary. Did you like it, Red Blaze?
It's alright.
Yeah, it was like one of the first 3DS games I played. It was basically there to tide me over until Tales of the Abyss came out.
Yeah,
So,
I think it was one of the first 3DS games. So
so yeah.
I did like the style of it, though.
Yeah, I did like when you could parry. If you could time your parries properly, that was pretty neat. I was like, okay, this is cool. But most of the time it was just, oh, died in one hit again, starting over. So, but yeah, Shinobi is
Isn't
a
that
good
funny how
choice.
we do now?
Say what?
Used to you died in one hit. That's just how it was. And now I died in
No,
one hit. This game sucks.
that's true. Now we're just a bunch of sissies who like, I died in one hit. Oh, come on. So, which is another interesting thing. Has there ever been a game that you played back in the day that you would like to see remade with either higher difficulty or lower difficulty? Like, I immediately go to Battletoads, obviously, but I'm sure there's some other choices from everyone.
Maybe Star Tropic.
That's actually where I was going. Battletoads would be perfect to
Oh
make it
yeah,
more reasonable.
yeah, yeah. It doesn't have to be easy, just reasonable. Yeah, challenging is fine.
Make Star Tropics a bit harder.
Star Tropic's harder.
Yeah.
Well, so what made it so easy?
Oh, it was just easy. It was easy for me.
Or are you just that good of a gamer, Mr. Nikon?
I'm not that good of a gamer, but
Nah, whatever. Interesting choice. I can't think of other. I mean, Battletoads is my go-to for a difficulty decrease. Um,
Because it's a good game.
yeah,
It's a
exactly.
very good game. It's just incredibly hard.
I mean, also, I guess under those lines, also the Ninja Gaiden games.
Yeah.
Or
At
make
least like the Ninja Gaiden games are fair. They're hard but fair. Battletoads
you
is
got
just ridiculous.
you got AI in that game that just camps at the corner where you just can't do anything.
You do. You've got those stupid birds that will knock you in
bird,
the. Right when they come on screen, you jump because you're in a flow of things, and then they knock you back right into the hole,
Yep.
right into the pit. So, yeah, I mean there are a lot of cheap deaths in it, but it's in my opinion more doable than Battletoads.
Another one I thought of for the Nintendo, Snake Rattle and Roll. That would have been a lot better with just a little bit more fairness, a little bit more ease. I mean, there's this one enemy you have to
Love it.
like. Yeah, I love the game. Oh yeah, I love the game. It's catchy. It's so cute and music's catchy. But there's this jumping foot that is a boss, I guess. And in order to kill it, you have to hit it. I think 20 or 30 times in a row. You can't miss a shot. And these little guys, these little snakes, their tongues aren't that long, so it's like it's kind of hard to do. Now, granted, I was playing this back when I was 8 or 7 or 8 years old. Maybe I've gotten better since then, but that's a great game that I would like to see with a little bit easier difficulty level. So that's another one.
There's a lot of games that I would like to say. I think like for me now, this is just I'm trying to do this whole this topic and come up with things that we might like to see a fresh coat of paint or fix broken things or make change the difficulty or things like that. I think a lot of them that I keep coming up with are just games that I want more of. Because I want a new sequel to it. I want not the same puzzles in Lost Vikings, but I want more Lost Vikings. I don't know if you've ever played that game. It's like an action puzzle type game where you have to do the different abilities to try to solve puzzles and get to the next level. I would like to have more of that. I'd like to have more as weird as this sounds, Lemmings. When was the last time you played Lemmings? That game is
years ago.
I've
yeah,
never
it's been
liked
20
those
years, I
games.
guarantee it.
Yeah,
You know-
yeah, it probably was 20 years. No, it was probably more than 20 years ago. God, I'm old. God,
I think that was on a cover of Nintendo Power 2, I think, at one point.
It was.
Lemmings was?
I think so.
I had no idea. That's
I gotta
great.
go check my Nintendo Powers. They're all in storage. I gotta move them back here at some point.
Wow.
But I mean, that's kind of where my mind goes to on all this. And I had another one to change the difficulty of, and I can't even think of what it was. But oh well, it'll come to me, and I'll go. Oh, I need to interrupt. So
That's fine.
The
Now,
last
has
version of Lemmings that was released was a remake on the PlayStation 3 in 2007.
oh, there was.
Yeah.
You
Download
need a
only,
mouse for that game. If you try to do it with a controller, it's impossible.
I was about to say, it doesn't seem like a PC or a PS3 type of game. It seems more like a computer game, but I don't know.
You could use the Super Nintendo mouse with the Super Nintendo version.
I
That's cool.
forgot that thing
The
had a
Mario
mouse.
Paint mouse.
Yeah, you could use the Mario Paint mouse with it.
Huh.
It was one of the 8 or 10 games that you could use that with.
I know. That's pretty cool.
Keep forgetting about the Mario Paint mouse.
Yeah, I never got a chance to play around with it. How is it? Is it any good?
I've played it
It works.
once.
As long as it, I mean, because it's a mouse, but at the same time, like mouses to me were like foreign. So
Yeah, I played it with it once. Like, my friend and I, we rented it from Blockbuster.
yeah,
Back when you could rent games from Blockbuster.
back when
Back
Blockbuster
when
was
there
still
was
around.
Blockbuster.
Exactly. Those were the days.
Renting video games from Blockbuster back in the day.
Oh yeah,
How you
Oh,
could
wow,
rent,
there's
like,
way more games than I thought there was.
more Lemmings games.
Not Lemmings games. I'm talking about Super Nintendo mouse games. There's probably 50 games on this list.
oh,
Really?
Now, granted, some of them are Japan only, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I think there was a
That's-
Looney Tunes one.
yeah, the Acme Animation Factory.
Oh, neat. That
There
sounds
was
like
like
fun.
Nobunaga's Ambition, Civilization, Sin
Oh
Ant,
yeah, that definitely needs a mouse. Oof.
some of the Super Scope games, like T2 and Ten Star, or Terminator 2, the arcade game you could use the mouse on. That's pretty neat. We're here to learn here at Retro Reload.
Hmm.
Getting Doom and Wolfenstein. Sorry, got a little chasing rabbits here. Chasing a little bit of rabbits.
and,
Back on task.
That's
and
okay.
now
No,
you
this is
all
interesting.
know, and knowing's half the battle.
Yeah, I mean,
G.I. Joe.
we're all about
Cobra.
education at Retro Reload. So no, let us learn. I like learning stuff like this. So that's neat. But yeah, Turp, what was that shirt you held up? What's your shirt, by the way? Now I saw you hold it up a bit. I
Oh, it's
couldn't-
my Cobra shirt that says "Sweep the Leg." You know, Karate Kid.
I love it.
I'm such an '80s kid, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Cobra Kai never dies.
It
I
says,
love it.
"Remember, there's no mercy. Mercy is for the weak."
Fear does not exist in this dojo, does it?
No sensei.
Feet does not exist in this dojo, does it?
Okay,
that's
I
it.
would love for like one time just for you. I mean, I could try to jump in, but the two of you, if you can like recreate some script from some classic '80s movie and just give it, you put on your acting chops and do it justice. I would love that. I mean, yeah,
So
it's
are you thinking that they should get together and do a little bit of stand-up?
stand up.
It's the
Speaking of
oh,
which,
Lord. It's the 2-man off-Broadway production.
yeah,
It's
there's
not gonna
off Broadway production,
ruin
but yeah,
2 men in an alley production.
Two men in an alley.
2 men in a back alley production.
and a crazy homeless guy who sleeps in there. It's going like, damn, those two are crazy.
Speaking of which, do we
His
have
name's
any
Bob.
viewers tonight?
Bob.
We have one viewer.
We have one viewer? No shit.
Just to be fair, I'm not the first person to curse on this show.
Oh, I can't say that word? Oh. What the fuck, man? I'm just kidding. Sorry, families.
So when are we getting that beep button ordered?
I think sometimes actually the beep sound is more funny than the actual swear word. It just 'cause-
Oh yeah, you want a perfect example of that? Play Brutal Legend. Because in that game, you can have it so you can actually censor the words, and it somehow makes it more hilarious.
I know. What is it about that sound that made it more funny?
Is it Jimmy Kimmel that does that? That he'll just take like a random
Yes.
clip of something and put beeps in there.
Yeah,
Like
or
it's something that
just-
might be off
or
TV.
censor an area.
It makes it completely inappropriate. It's awesome.
Yeah, and Jimmy Kimmel will also have like two celebrities facing each other, and they'll swear at each other, and they can't repeat the same swear word. It's pretty funny. I saw Julia Roberts and Sally Field go at it with each other. It was awesome.
Wow.
It was like a Steel Magnolia reunion, which is also a good movie.
You don't want to do that. See, my luck, I would get paired up with a British person, but they like have taken swearing to an art form.
Really.
It's I don't know if you like know
You
any
bloody
people from
wanking
Great Britain.
pillock.
Man, they've got a whole other level of swear words. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I
Why
had no
don't you
idea.
get sawed off?
Like they have all the ones that you have, plus about 10 times more.
Oh my God! Really? The British do?
Yeah, I mean, apparently the most offensive word in Britain is Cooper. I don't know why.
Cooper?
Yeah.
Cooper?
Yeah, that's why the the UK version of Sly Cooper does not say Cooper on it.
Is it Sly?
Oh.
Yeah.
But funny, the Mini Cooper's made in England. It's a UK-made car.
So they just call it a Mini, or like what is Mini Coupe? I mean, that's news to me. That's interesting.
Mini Wanker? I don't know.
Anyway, Mr. Nikon, come on now. Anyway, remakes. Yeah, back to that.
Yeah, where's my list?
You have a list?
I picked up some games here, got some remasters.
Oh, okay. Let's hear it.
I got The Last of Us remastered.
On your new PS4.
Yeah,
Very nice.
mainly because, as I was telling Red Boys, they used my store sign, our big neon sign. It's in the game, but they changed it from central camera to Cortez camera.
Oh, so
That's
little bit of
awesome.
homes there. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
And I got the Uncharted Nathan Drake collection.
I didn't know they had that. That's so cool.
Yeah, I saw that. Like, oh, I heard people talk about it. So it's a good game, so I guess I'll get it.
Sure. Yeah.
So, I haven't played these two yet, so hopefully
You
this
didn't buy
weekend.
that?
Hey, real quick, this is what I'm talking about as far as a slot.
The what?
As far as the Sly and
Oh,
the
Sly
Power
Raccoon.
Rangers.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and where I'm just noticing that they spell Cooper a different way. Couper instead of COO.
Yeah, because that one vowel will make all the difference. That's interesting. Huh. I had no idea.
We've got two viewers now.
We got 2 viewers? Oh my God.
Live.
It's the lottery.
Should we do the question thing?
Question thing.
The questions. Do they have any questions?
I mean, if they want to, I did.
You
I
can post any questions to our Facebook page.
We've got Dotson Forest.
And we lost turf.
and we just lost turf. So okay, so one of the
Anyways,
viewers did that.
So apparently, Dotson Forest has been asking some questions.
What's his name? Dachshund Forest.
Dodson Forest. If you go to the QA
One of the viewers did that.
Oh, hey.
thing, I think you'll see.
Huh, didn't know it was a
He's
QA.
asking, it just looks like they're confused.
He's confused. Okay. Well,
How
I'm
do I
confused
work?
too.
How do I work this? How does this work? I need some help.
Is he so he's typing all this up?
Yeah, in the question box. So I don't.
I don't know, man.
We don't know you, dude.
You just
Sorry.
yeah. You don't know me like that. Oh my God. So
Who are you, Dodson Forest?
yeah. What is the man? Anyways,
So I
we're getting
see you
way off topic here.
I see you trying to ask questions. Just type your question in there.
Yeah,
That's all you got to do.
we're talking about games we would like to
Comment.
see remade. That's all.
Just let us know if you got some.
In the meantime,
Oh.
Turf, you said you had something else.
Oh, man, I got all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So let's talk about. I guess we could switch gears a little bit and talk about games that like maybe our favorite remastered. If you had to pick one, remastered
Yeah.
collection game, whatever it might be, mine personally, would be Super Mario All Stars. That was a remake / collection that was done perfectly, if you ask, if in my opinion.
Yes.
And it may have happened 20 years ago, but they updated the graphics, they
Mm.
updated the gameplay for the first 3 Mario games plus Lost Levels.
Yeah.
And if
The
you
real
were
Mario.
really cool, you got the Mario World one in there too. So, man, that was just a great remastering, great update. Even though it happened before, like in the right now we're kind of in the time where I guess everybody's out of ideas and they want to cash in on something, so they remaster PS3 games on a PS4. But
Which is
that was
pretty much this one.
that one was great.
Yeah. Yeah, or
Oh.
even games from this generation,
Yeah.
Gravity Rush.
Wasn't
Actually, this is really fun on PS4.
was it that Super Mario All Stars wasn't that one of the first remasters of games or remakes when they boosted up to the current generation?
I would think. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't think of anything that happened before that.
Or
That
the
was
first-
even
Hmm?
maybe not. There may have been like one of those Midway collections or the Intellivision collections or something like that.
Yeah.
But that I mean, as far as updating graphics and things like that, not just being a direct port, it may have been the first one. And if it wasn't the first one, it just did it the best at the time.
Or was it actually the first one that was marketed that way, I think.
Maybe.
But that's how when I got my Super Nintendo, I had Super Mario World on its own disc and Super Mario All Stars on their two different things. So.
Hmm.
And remember, Nintendo Power, they're doing a contest if you passed Lost Levels about, any continues or anything. If you could get a patch.
A patch.
Yeah, when you would get to the bonus levels, I forget what they are. It's been so long
Yeah.
since I actually played it.
Well, that's pretty neat. So, Turf and Mr. Nikon both fancied that remake of Mario All Stars. Then that's one of your favorite ones.
That would be my favorite.
Yeah.
Cool. Red Blaze, you held up Gravity Rush.
Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with this lately, but I guess if I had to choose one, I'd go Wind Waker HD. Because they just streamlined that one, honestly. Made like the sailing faster, getting your inventory items to where you wanted it very, very quickly. And overall, I already enjoyed the game, and this just made me enjoy it a bit more.
Cool.
So I know you got 2 viewers out there. Maybe you pop them a question. What are your guys' favorite remastered games out there? You just got just type it in the little box there and
Where is that? Oh, there is that little box.
it'll
I see
pop
it now.
Yeah.
Say you guys this one more time and act like you're more from Chicago, huh?
I'm getting comments from the peanut gallery over there.
I can tell.
So yeah, Dotson, do you have any favorite remastered games out there?
Dodson Forest, Gump.
Well, while they're doing that, does anybody else got any that y'all liked?
I got
I've got,
one.
like,
I don't have it with me
Chronicles
right
for the
now.
PlayStation.
You what?
The Castlevania Chronicles for the PlayStation was a updated version of Castlevania, and it's they changed a few little things, but that was really fun. It looked great and it handled great. I mean,
It was fun.
I really enjoyed it.
I think it was like a free download for a while too on the PlayStation Network. So
Oh, really?
yeah,
Man.
because I'm pretty sure I have that as a download. But one game that I really just adore the remake. I doubt anyone's played it, but it's the remade version of Tales of Destiny. It was only released in Japan, but God, it is such a fun game. It is one of those games where I don't mind looking at the translation guide and looking at another guide and not being well versed at the time, not being well versed in Japanese. I still enjoyed every minute of it. It beats the original game by like infinite amounts. It's so much fun. So that's one of my picks. But of course, no one's sure played it, so can't really discuss it more. I don't want to do a monologue on it. So.
Well, we've all got different tastes. That's what kind of makes us
that's
fun.
that's what makes this so unique and such. So, and Dotson Forest is still needing some help.
I think he's left the building.
He's like, okay, peace out, yo, whatever. Um,
You know what? Got one here. The Resident Evil Origins collection.
oh, cool.
When
Yeah.
did that come out?
Oh, January 19th.
I need to go buy that.
Oh yeah,
Memorized and everything. I love it.
first two Resident Evils remade. The controls have been worked on, so you don't have to worry about tank controls.
I saw that game. I was thinking about getting that
Yeah, that
because I hear everyone talking about all this. I'm like, ooh, I should get this game. I should get this game. I should get this game.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a fun with buying a new console. Possibilities open up.
I'm just going like out of the peer pressure, you know.
but yeah, I mean the Resident Evil games that they have released on the PS4 are actually pretty good.
Okay.
But,
So
yeah,
the tank
like
controls
I
are gone.
mentioned before, Gravity Rush Remastered, because where you guys were talking earlier about Metal Storm and how it would shift gravity for platforming. That's pretty much this game in 3D environment.
I like her
Okay.
shoes.
So also, like, since I got, the new PS4, if any of these guys out there have any suggestions for games I should get, just, comment.
Any of you guys out there?
We like comments.
Hey, you guys.
Oh.
Tell me what I should get, huh?
Like I said before, Earth Defense Force
Let me know when these games are
4.1.
done, right?
So Reblaze, you said the tank controls are gone from that Resident Evil remake collection. Like, what's in place of them? Like, this more just a 3D game, 3D adventure type thing, or
Yeah.
good?
You still got the camera going around, but it feels a lot better.
Okay. Then I might pick that up too because I like Resident Evil, but those tank-like controls that just ruined everything about it for me. So
All right, you guys that are y'all are RPG people, and I'm not because I don't have time. Is the biggest thing. But the
make
Kingdom
time.
Hearts game, they redid 1 and 2, and then I don't know if y'all enjoyed those at all, but I mean I really like the first one. The 1.5 HD remix and the 2.5 HD remix. Those were good remakes in my opinion.
I didn't know
I've
they
not
made
played
those.
those yet.
I have never cared for Kingdom Hearts, I'll admit that right now.
Really?
Yeah, I played the first one. I didn't like it very much. Then I played Chain of Memories on the Game Boy. I was like, this just isn't for me. Maybe it's because I don't know. I don't like the main character. I think he's obnoxious. But yeah, those are I pay for those who like them. I didn't know they had those remakes out there for those folks. So yay for that. But Mr. Nikon,
Yeah, I
have
have
you
the
played
PlayStation 3, PS3.
What's up?
Have you played Until Dawn for the PS4?
No, I have not.
That's a great PS4 game. I really like that
Okay.
one.
I don't know,
Put that on my list.
Yeah, Until Dawn.
that game kind of seems one and done for me. At least to me. I don't know.
So you're not a fan of that one?
I don't know. I saw Pro Jared play it, and I mean, I'll pick it up when it's like $20, but other than that, I don't really have any want to actually buy it.
Okay.
But
If
I
you
mean,
like Scream Teen horror movies, you'll like Until Dawn.
Okay.
So
I like, horror movies, really bad horror movies and all that.
yeah, exactly. That's kind of what it is. Like the bad, not the bad acting. The acting's great, but the silly dialogue and the unrealistic circumstances. You know how like the people you shout at the television screen, don't go in there, and they go in there. Like that's
Yeah.
what they're doing. Only you have to
Okay.
make them go in there. So.
Nice.
And it has Hayden Panettiere in it, and I think she's awesome. So yay for that.
yeah, another PS4 game, technically a remake of a PS3 game, but Earth Defense Force 4.1. That is a fun game. Just very arcade shooter.
Okay. Gotta write all these down.
And I also recommend that one to Turf there.
And
Okay.
trying to think of other PS4 game. Oh, Bloodborne. But that's hard. It's a hard game though. So if you like a challenge, it'll be right up your alley. But
I don't mind challenges. I'm just still getting used to the controller.
yeah.
I just, the other just a few days after playing Call of Duty for a few days, I realized you could push the sticks down as buttons. I'm like, where the hell is R3? God damn it, I don't see it on here.
You know what? That's how it was with me when I first got a PS2.
R3, there is no R3. I love it.
I like how they have it on the, this is the Wii one, but I like how they have it on the things when you look at it. It's written upside down so you actually see what it says.
Hey,
So you look at it this way, oh, that's R1, R2,
that is innovation. And that is the clock, and it says that we are about at our hour mark. So, unless someone has any final thoughts on this topic at all? Anyone? No?
I would definitely love to see a remake of The Last Story. The game on the Wii.
Oh, yeah, I love that game. I'm trying to... what was your issue with it that would use a remake? Or you just wanted just to see some more of it?
That game looked great on the Wii. I want to see it look even better. For one.
Fair enough.
And they can just redo some of the stuff because it can get a little jerky at times.
Yeah, great game though. Good choice. I love that game.
And honestly, it's very underrated, I think.
I agree. I 100% agree. So good choice. Well, everyone, this was really interesting, really fun topic. Really enjoyed it. And as usual, thank you very, very much for watching us. But Mr. Nikon, you started the... Is he there? There he is. Okay. Mr. Nikon, you started this thing, so you'll be the one to sign us off. Do you want to do our closings?
Yeah, thank you all for watching us. Thank you for our 2 viewers.
Yes, thanks. You too.
I know, Dodson, I guess you had trying to ask questions. I don't know what was going on, but sorry we couldn't help you out with this. But yeah, appreciate you all watching live. And if these guys have questions, comments, always put them down below in the comment section. Like, subscribe. We're on the Facebook. We're on the Twitter. We don't tweet that much.
Yet.
No, we're not on the MySpace. No, we're not. Yeah, Zanga, MySpace. Yeah, Jenny's adding this all on. What else are we on, Jenny?
Anyways.
Thank
you all for watching.
Thank you.
Y'all.